Trademark, ladies and gentlemen, strap in because no one's going to be attached to the payload. We're jumping on into it right now. Get ready, grab your snack, and let's jump on into the action. We're running down the tunnel just as we speak.
Off to the races, the fine gentlemen and ladies go. As we do have a mixed set of genders in this league, just to be clear. But they're off to the races. This is a very, very balanced. A lot of people have said this is a very balanced map to play on with that payload stuck inside of the cathedral first, and then it hides behind buildings, and it makes it so hard to get on and then push them off. So it is very much, can you get the upper hand advantage in this cathedral?
100%. A difficult position to take from first, but we've got a pretty straightforward cap coming through for the initiation from Trademark. They're looking pretty nice, but here comes the kamikaze from nowhere. First backstab of the game, a few kills coming back and forth, trading it out. We, unfortunately, are going to see Void taking those heavy hits first. They will get the defib off, but it's not going to help them too much. They've got the control of the church, but not of the payload. And Trademark are going to walk away from that fight a little bit better off in terms of distance made.
I tell you what, that was the best jump in I've seen for a while. A lot of people hate
up top, dude.
Everyone hates a melee, but we're just showing how good a melee can be in this scenario. So, and we're gonna see more of it. The sword's got more common. The daggers always coming. It's gonna be hell. And tell you what, we are gonna see Danny with that M60. We said about the buff being quite powerful, having to do some long range damage. It's not good at distance, but when you get close, it can do a little bit more. But he did not realize there's two sitting on the point, so you have to back off and dive away with a bit of cover.
Great use of the mesh shield there. I mean, keeping him alive to the point where he could actually get away. He will eventually get taken out by a gremlin, but you know, it is what it is. They're making that push. Unfortunately, not going too well for them. They've got cover up the top from the lights over actually being the one to finish it off with that newly buffed M60. We'll get the res on Wimpo as well. They'll remove the barricades to the ends to block the jump-ons. And I mean, hey, business as usual. They wiped 4. They got 1 left. Ego was just waiting on the respawns. They might go for another dive, but the M60 so far seems to be the weapon of choice amongst heavies in the lobby, Hyper.
It is. It does a lot of damage, and it's the most accurate of the 2 LMGs. But this is a very quick push, as we are going to see very quickly a turn of event. Height is going to be in favor of the orange side of the Void. So very quickly, you got to be bunkering, get the cover, find a way to regain that height, which is so valuable in this game. And they have so quickly found it once again.
After that push there from Void, I mean, the effort was there. They did actually get a couple of frags, but the defib was just so quick. Peter there going to work, getting 2. My God, somebody get this man a contract. Dave with the repeater on the point, absolutely sorting business out. Some traces now from the Void. They want to get back after that last fight, what they lost, but not going to get away with much other than a coin to be spent, unfortunately. And hey, I mean, Trademark are absolutely leaving their stamp right now.
They're leaving it with a mile. They could take a full wipe and they would be completely fine. It looks like they're not going to waste any more time, as they are only a quarter of the distance away in their opponent's half. So that's an 1/8 in the entire distance to go. They are so close. They've got 3 people on it. They're pushing this as fast as the whole pad will go. The push will start to come in from Void, and again they will start to drop to the floor. Danny left alive with Microwave. Danny's taking damage as he's trying to escape with his life, and this has opened up the greatest moment. Microwave, left alone, may not be able to get any pushback, but the kill didn't come in, and Microwave has given a chance, a last shot opportunity for Void.
He did manage to get one there on the way out, but it just wasn't fast enough from Void to come back. They had so many down, but then they just lost their trades. They are making some damage onto the point now. Wimplo, low HP. He's going to be taken down by Danny. Microwave to find one off screen. Grembolin now the last alive for Trademark as Void start to push that point back the other way and push it more into Trademark's territory. Now, I mean, hey, we've just had the vice versa come from both sides. Void were on that one person versus three side. Now we've just had Trademark go back to the same thing. So they're now playing a retake game, Hyper. And to be honest, based on how they've been holding it, we haven't seen a great deal of retakes from them. So who knows? Maybe this is going to be a push all the way back.
It could be a push all the way back. It could turn out differently because quickly we're seeing the M60 drop in as Over is getting it over and done. Wow. So about that whole, you know, we haven't
just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. It's all right.
What a last-ditch attempt from Void as they try everything they can. Again, pressure is going to mount on them. They don't want to wipe with it as they have 3 people left. True Spike Wave down on the floor. But the M60 doing huge amount of damage once again. Only a fraction of help from Danny, but there from the back, the stab will come in. Can the second come through? No. It still progresses forward. One left on the point as Void finally can start a small pushback and have the man advantage.
My gosh, the utility management there from, I believe it was Wimplo, just keeping that heavy on the point alive to the point where he could actually get teammates back on spot. Speaking of, Day dropping one there with the repeater again. The revive game from both sides is actually keeping a considerable amount of bodies on the board at any one time. I don't actually think we've had a full wipe yet, Hyper, from either side of the board. But we have been very, very close. No, sorry, yes, we have. We have had one, but that's it. Considering that this is a 5v5 game mode, there's more guns up, there's more people to worry about. I'm actually very impressed at the ability of the mediums on both sides, considering there's only one apiece, to keep that many people in the fight for such an extended period.
There's a lot of downtime. They're able to take advantage as the pokes and prods keep going through. And talking of pokes and prods, that's the one you need to get the person off, and that's going to be a push going through, and it fails. A great defense we are seeing on TM as they play cleanup crew. But just as you say that, 2v2, there is the respawns coming in from the TM side and from Void. Back to full health once again. It pendulums. This game is pendulum with 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the board. You are right in saying this could go all the way back because Void are putting up the defensive fight.
110%. Void don't want to go into the Void without putting up anything less than a show. And Trademark are doing a good job at attempting to stop that. In fact, they are now diving back on the point, getting it moving again. Truce with the KS is going to come on, but very quickly will get traded out. And they get the revive off straight away. Again, 3 versus 5. We've got Trademark pushing that point ever so closer to its final destination. And as you said, with only now less than 2 minutes left in play, I don't know if Void can get on the point consistently enough to push it far enough away.
I think that's the key word there, consistency. That's what they need to be. They've been able to push it somewhat so round the side of the building, but then they keep having to jump off. They have to step off, and when we hit overtime, you've got to be present. You've got to be on that point all the time. So one big push is what's needed, and thankfully, it is going back in the correct direction as we're seeing Void able to make a comeback. Minutes left in the game.
Oh,
players are low, 2v2, and the respawn timers are massively high. So there is an opportunity now for Trademark to come in and solidify this victory. If they can get those kills, a critical 1v1 of the M11 as well, won't find the kill, and the respawns come back. 36 left in the clock.
Yeah, Day really the only person waiting on that coin now. We've got all 5 members from Void up and Adam with the revives coming out to the point, largely under their control. 2 kills very quickly for them as well. Looking for a third. Wimplo is going to get away with his life. Gremlin finds one on the point and kills trading back and forth. We've got 2 members from Trademark, both very, very low, now passively healing, looking to try and get some kind of break from the onslaught of Void. They found their groove. They're pushing it back towards middle. We now move into sudden death. 4 minutes of added extra time, but we're nowhere near the half yet, just Piper.
They just need to cross halfway, that's all they need to do, but there's some low players on point, and that's a huge jump in! Toggle able to push it off, and Trademark says, thank you, dear sir. We got this done and dusted.
That was an absolute dive of the century there for the last minute. Point clear. All they had to do was get them off, and they did just that. The heavy on low HP, unfortunately no support. I didn't quite get to catch where the medium headed there, but I mean, some big numbers on the board here. You're expecting that in a 5v5 game mode. Obviously, the more opportunities you have to find those frags, the more likely you are to have high numbers. Hyper, but I don't think we saw anything too out of the ordinary there. Some big numbers coming in across, especially from the lights. I mean, you look towards the scoreboards, 11, 15, 12, 12 respectively. The heavies, not so many, but they spent half the game with the shield up. So you can't really be too upset about that. But I mean, hey, that was an amazing way to kick off the night here, Hyper. We definitely saw the M60 buff coming in, and something that I noticed, I don't actually think we saw that many bubble shields.